When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the LSU Tigers, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Tigers ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. throw it to start the drive. Fires it incomplete. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
And you hear it all season. You see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and that they'll get themselves into those rankings.
Pocket breaking down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. This crowd, full throats, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31. Now, guys, when it comes to LSU, big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. He plays so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition to college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on third down. Dropping back, it's Sellers. He makes a grab. They will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Yeah, and listen, find your matchups you like, and you can see you got your speedster out wide. You like the matchup. He sees it, puts some air underneath that thing, and he outruns the DB. He's got no shot. Runs underneath it, and then walks his way into the end zone for 6.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. As if they didn't get it off in time, it'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. He wants to throw it. Safe completion on the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The screen always seems so easy until you find all of that traffic right in front, Jesse.
Yeah, and we see so many screens in college football these days. The ball getting spit out quickly. I think more and more defenses, Reese, today are just expecting it. They're practicing against it all week leading up to games. You can tell this defense well-versed right now on how to stop these types of plays.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Reynolds. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the Nittany Lions in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Here we go. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
They'll break out the Wildcats to try to move the chain. On the direct snap, it's Martin. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat.
I like the adjustments from this offense from first possession to second. Like first possession, you could tell maybe a little bit nervous. Maybe just not starting the way they wanted to. Didn't script the plays, but now putting a good drive together. A good response from punting last drive.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Martin. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Eighth play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. Trying to turn the corner on the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
First snap of this drive comes from the 32. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
The decimal meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wideout level noise. Throws to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Denmark. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
They were able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. The Nittany Lions are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Flushed out of the pocket. Got a little space. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Martin. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Sends it back in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Setting up the screen. Nice move there. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Might be calling a hot route. Quarterback keeper. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Now the play fake. Here's a heat. Grabbed behind the line. It's Reynolds. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Makes the catch. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. The Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll try to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to pass. It's Sellers. He spits it out to the back. Makes the catch. It's Durham. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. They'll run it. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC Championship game, and that's what...
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And the returner will be brought down. Making adjustments. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
On the set.
Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Rushes on him. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
And the LSU offense will take over 1st and 10.
To the air, it's Sellers. Fires left. And wings it incomplete. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. They start the season in the top 5, prime position to make a run. But what's the biggest danger there, Jesse?
Well, they need to avoid complacency. Top 5 tells me you've got potential. You were a good team a year ago. You got a lot of talent. But there's going to be a lot of really tough games on the schedule this year, David. So why not start early right here in week 1 and come shooting out of the cannon?
Shooting out of the cannon with a start that everybody gets to look at, see how good you are. And that first impression is really big, right? Like, you can start climbing quickly and really get a high marks in people's heads if you can start the season on a great.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. To the air on first down. They're setting up the screen. He breaks a tackle.
Well, the offense trying to get the screen pass to the running back and get him out into space to do some damage, but the defense not having it. No gain on that play.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. And his throw is incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Oh, they're after him. Got his man downfield. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
The Nittany Lions will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
So now it's 2nd and long. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. That is no good. Opportunity to crawl within a touchdown, but the missed field goal leaves us with a 9-point game.
That's now the 2nd missed field goal for this guy, and you have to wonder if the weather is playing a bit of a factor. Not easy to kick in these kind of conditions with all this rain.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. On the run, fires downfield. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Takes a hit as he fires.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Tigers! They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And the extra point extends the lead to 16. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Arizona State is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Sun Devil Stadium, but despite the forks up right now, this one is tight. They're up by just one over Kansas State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. This drive will start from the 16-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. The sure hands. It's Denmark. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And the Nittany Lions have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Here comes the heat. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
The Nittany Lions come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Looking to throw for it. Caught near the sticks. It's Saunders. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
The sweet feet buy a little time. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
LSU 23, NC 7.
The Nittany Lions will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
Give a lot of credit to the defense on this one. They were able to generate a pass rush, force the quarterback to move off of his spot, and that definitely affected his accuracy. It's a big reason why that throw was incomplete.
These old girders are rocking on 3rd down here at Beaver Stadium. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Bringing the heat. Another incompletion on third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
And the returner will be knocked down. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. From the gun, running back gets the give. Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch. Make the run. Get the first down.
Caught over the middle. It's Martin. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, you've seen the last two plays now, this guy's versatility, and you've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon, and a guy this defense has got to be ready for.
Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Not able to hook up the air, incomplete.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The RPO, fire complete to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Martin. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. on the road, and this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the LSU Tigers, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Tigers ready to get this thing started and open the season. And he takes this from inside the 5. If he was gambling on that return, it did not pay off. He's out of bounds at his own 6. This way, the field position is awful, but opportunity to pile up a lot of stats because there are a lot of yards in front of them. And the ball's free in the end zone. And they scoop it up in the end zone.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
The Nittany Lions now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Under fire. That internal clock just didn't move fast enough, and they get him for a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
The returner is tackled down at the 43, and the LSU offense will take over. 1st and 10.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Back to pass, it's Sellers. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. All right, guys, let's talk LSU. What does a top 5 ranking mean for week 1? Optimism, hope, maybe, David, an excuse for the other team's fans to rush the field if they knock you off.
Well, it means, first of all, absolutely nothing because preseason...
All kinds of room to the right. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats.
All right, not ideal. Right, not ideal. You're an offense. You want to get a good kickoff return, but you're starting inside your own 10. Now come out, set the tone, get some high percentage completion. You might not go with that script you had because you thought you might have a little better field position. But you just get some few first downs, get that first down right now.
They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. Catch in the middle. It's Reynolds. Flying down the left side. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he slipped through the crowd and he'll house it. Touchdown, Penn State.
And man, what a game-changing type play. The offense throwing the football deep in their own end, and they're probably thinking to themselves, hey, let's just get some more space. Let's try to get a first down and give ourselves room to work with. What an individual effort by the receiver after he had the ball in his hand, taking it all the way, coast to coast on that touchdown.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. To throw, it's Sellers. Got a wide-open receiver. He's loose on the right. The 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, LSU!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it out. It's Tracy. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Could we get the trainers over to the coach right now? I mean, he's got his punt team out there, and it's not 4th down. A low-line drive and not his best work. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return.
I'm literally walking over to that guy. My man, thank you so much for saving my rump. That could have been really, really bad. I could have been benched, but you got my back. Appreciate you, my man.
And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout.